If you actually want to experience change in your life, if you really want to get to that next level and you feel like you're stagnant and you can't progress, what I want you to do is what's called a future self visualization. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to project your mind into the future through a simple meditation I can walk you through right now. And before we get started with this meditation, why is this important? Well, whatever you're trying to create in life, if you don't have a clear goal, a clear intention, you'll just be drifting aimlessly. It's like trying to go on a road trip without knowing what the destination is. So what I want you to do is find a quiet place you can relax and close your eyes for a few minutes. This won't take very long. And what we're going to do is we're just going to project our consciousness into the future. You can go as far into the future as you want. It could be a few days, a few weeks, a few months, a few years, whatever amount of time you need to justify your new existence. Let's say you want to start a new career or start a new relationship. Whatever time frame you think that will take, we're going to project our consciousness that far into the future. So let's go ahead and close our eyes and relax and just take a deep breath in and hold it for a few seconds and then release. And we're going to keep doing that type of breath throughout this visualization. And with our eyes closed, we'll take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. And what we're going to do with our eyes closed but our mind open, we're going to project our consciousness into the future version of ourselves. We're going to see the world from that future person's perspective. We're going to see things, we're going to feel things with all of our five senses. We'll smell things, taste things, hear things, touch things, and really embody that future visualization so we can understand what that person experiences, what their life's like, what their actions are on a daily basis. So now we're going to imagine the perfect day in the near future. So this future version of ourselves is now waking up in bed. So our eyes are opening in our mind and we're starting to look around. Now, first thing I want you to do is feel the bed. Feel how comfy is it? How firm is it? Feel the sheets. Can you feel the texture? Is it cotton? What type of fabric is it? Now, with our eyes, let's look around. Is there somebody there with us? What does that person look like? What does that person sound like when they're looking at you? What do they look like? What is their eye color? Get very clear on this. I want you to picture this vividly right now. Get very clear on this. You are now this version of yourself in bed, waking up, and you're with this person. Who is this person? All right, after you've clearly recognized this version, let's get out of bed. Remember, our mind's open, we're walking. Now we're walking up to a window, and we're looking outside the window. Remember, we're this perfect version of ourselves, so we deserve to live in a perfect place. So we're looking out the window now. What do we see? What setting are we in? Do we see trees? Do we see the ocean? What do we see? Do we see a city life? Do we see a country life? Get very clear on that. Is the sun shining? What does it look like outside? Can you hear birds chirping? Get very clear on this. Now, after looking out the window, let's go get ready. You know, we're starting our day. Maybe we take a shower. Maybe we brush our teeth. We're fast forwarding a bit. Now, we're eating our first meal of the day. What are we eating? Be very clear on this. It could be the same thing you eat now, or your future version could eat something completely different. That's why we're doing this. We're getting very clear on what this person is like, how they experience the world. Start thinking like this person. What thoughts is this person having today? Is there something they need to accomplish? Is there something they want to do with their time? What are their goals and dreams? Get very clear on this. Let's try to hear our thoughts right now in this future version self. All right, so now we're getting a clear direction, a clear intention of what this future version is trying to manifest, what this future version is trying to create. Now, let's continue through the day. What is this version of you doing with their time? How are they impacting others? How are they helping others? Are you doing some type of work? Are you living off investments and volunteering in your free time? Are you just traveling the world? What are you doing in this version of yourself? I want you to be very clear, be very specific. The more specific you can be, the more clear and concise this vision is, the faster you can get to it. Because once you know what the future version of yourself thinks, believes, and acts upon, you can start doing those same things day after day, week after week. And before you know it, you're that person because you embodied the same qualities that creates that reality. It's like the old saying, what's the difference between a homeless person and a billionaire? Despite external factors, it's their thoughts, it's their beliefs, and their actions. So we got clear on their thoughts. We're starting to think more and more, and that forms our belief system. And then based on those thoughts and beliefs, we take actions with our physical body. So now we woke up, we saw who we're with, we looked out the window, we got a clear view of the place we're living in and the setting. We went through our day, we had our first meal. We did various action items. Whatever we wanted to accomplish that day, we did. We helped others in ways we thought were prudent and great. Now, it's getting later. You know, we're getting ready for bed again. We brush our teeth or take a shower or bath, whatever we do. You know, feel the water touching your skin. Remember, we're trying to incorporate all of our senses so we can paint a clear picture of what this actually feels like. All right, so now we're winding down our day, nice and relaxed, and we're getting back in bed. We're feeling the comfy pillow hit our head. We take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. So now we can start to open our eyes in this reality now. And we should have painted a clear picture. See, that didn't take any time at all. That was only a few minutes. So what I want you to do now is grab a pen and paper and write down exactly what you experienced, what that future version of you felt throughout the day, what they did, what the setting was, who they were with. Paint a clear picture, you know, be as specific as you can. So go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and write down specifically who did you see when you woke up? What was the outside setting? What did you do with your day? You know, even what food did you eat? Be very clear, very specific. And now I want you to put that piece of paper somewhere you can see it every day, somewhere it will remind you that this is the version of you you are now becoming. You have to accept that you are now this person now. Before the external reality catches up to you, your internal reality has to change. So now accept you're this new person, this new future event is already done, you're already living it. And as you go throughout your day, I want you to think back, what was that person thinking? And start thinking like that. Okay, they were having these type of thoughts, not these. Instead of thinking in lack, they were thinking of abundance. Instead of thinking in needs and wants, they were thinking of how to be in service to others. And get very specific, get very clear, and then start accepting little by little, more and more, that you are now this person. You are now that future version. You are now the future version of yourself living in this reality now. And you will be amazed what changes, what perceptions you didn't previously have. You start to see. You'll see new opportunities that you didn't have before. They might have been always there, just slightly out of vision. And now I want you to take massive action on that. From the perspective of your future self. What would my future self do if he was me right now? Thinking back, what would he do? What things would he change? How would he improve? All right? And it's that simple. And whenever you need, just reference back to this video. Make sure to subscribe and save this video so you can do this visualization, because it might change. Your visualization might adapt as you continue on this journey, and you'll find more things that you want to create and accomplish. And the second you accept you are that new version of yourself, that's when you'll start experiencing miracles. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope I was able to make your day slightly more enjoyable. Please comment below. What is your future version? What does that reality look like? You can be as specific as you want. I will read all the comments. All right, I hope you have a great day. I hope you accomplish everything you want in life. You are important, you matter, and I love you. Happy dreaming.